Hi, I'm John Keggy, and I'm running for Place 1 on the Round Rock ISD Board of Trustees. Did you know that the 5 incumbents on your school board awarded the only superintendent in Texas with a permanent restraining order a $28,900 bonus just last month? These are the same 5 people who hired the superintendent and reinstated him, counter to the recommendation of a third-party investigator that the board hired to look into serious allegations made against the superintendent by a fellow educator. The 5 incumbents also extended his contract for an additional year, which awarded him another $350,000 in real property value. Why do you think the incumbents did this? Do you believe this is in the best interests of children and taxpayers? Would you leave your son or daughter alone with someone who has a permanent restraining order against them? Do you believe it's tone deaf to pay out a huge bonus to someone who makes $350,000 a year, while our teachers remain underpaid, overworked, and are leaving the profession at historic levels? I find these decisions unacceptable and a case study in a failure of leadership. For reasons known only to the Round Rock ISD incumbents, protecting this superintendent is their number 1 priority. Their priority is not our 47,000 students and hardworking taxpayers. Please vote for me, John Keggy, and my fellow reform candidates. We will hire a controversy-free superintendent and make the educational future of children the priority in Round Rock ISD once again.
Hi, I'm Orlando Salinas, and I'm running for Place 3 on the Round Rock ISD Board of Trustees. Did you know that in 2019, after the Parkland, Florida school shooting, in which 17 people were killed, the Texas legislature passed a law that requires all school districts to establish a school safety and security committee? This law, outlined in Texas Education Code 37.109, requires school board presidents and other designated board members to be on this committee and to attend committee meetings. My opponent, incumbent board president Amber Feller and trustee Amy Weir, are on this important committee for our schools, and they both have prolific records of absenteeism on this critical committee. Neither of them attended a single school safety and security meeting for the entire last school year, even the one held just weeks after 19 children and 2 adults were killed at Robb Elementary in Uvalde, Texas. I, along with the great candidates I'm running with, believe our students, staff, parents, and community deserve much better. We are committed to showing up and finally to making the safety of our children a priority. As parents ourselves, we know that nothing is more important to parents than the lives of our children. My fellow candidates and I ask for your vote this November.
I'm Jill Ferris, and I'm running for Place 4 on the Round Rock ISD Board of Trustees. Did you know that the incumbents on your school board voted for offensively low academic goals for our students who will enter the most competitive workforce in human history? Do you agree with their goal of having only 27% of economically disadvantaged third graders reading on or above grade level by 2022? Do you agree with their goal of having only 38% of Hispanic third graders reading on or above grade level by 2022? Do you agree with their goal of having only 29% of African American third graders doing math on or above grade level by 2022? If you don't believe the incumbents approve these goals and others that are just as bad, you can verify it for yourself on the district's website. With goals like these, who needs a school board? Who benefits when a majority of children cannot perform literacy and numeracy basics? Certainly not the families in Round Rock ISD. Perhaps the incumbents should go ahead and tell us the names of the students who don't need to be able to read or multiply. These goals would be laughable if they weren't real, but they are real, and the term for this is the soft bigotry of low expectations. I believe that at a minimum, the Board of Trustees should adopt goals in which at least 70% of all students are performing at or above grade level. Today, too many tax dollars are spent on things that don't matter, including bloated salaries for administrators and unnecessary travel and perks for these administrators. Not enough of our resources ever reach our classrooms to support the teachers charged with educating our children. When you vote for me, Jill Ferris, and those I'm running with, the academic goals set by the new board will reflect the values and expectations of our community.
Christy Slape, and I'm running for Place 5 on the Round Rock ISD Board of Trustees. Do you believe, as I do, that parents are every child's first teacher? Do you believe that they should be treated as partners in the education of their children and welcomed into our schools? Do you believe that the rights of parents should be respected, including the right to impart their values onto their own children? If so, I ask you to vote for me, Christy Slape, and the candidates I'm running with this November. Parents should always be welcomed into our schools to volunteer, eat lunch with their son or daughter, and support our students and staff. Parents should have access to their children's curriculum, surveys, or any material that is presented to their child at school. Parents should also be welcome in school board meetings, and they should not be arrested for speaking out when disagreeing with the board or superintendent. My fellow candidates and I understand that our great country was built by American families, and we are committed to respecting the rights of parents that are found in Texas law, including the Family Code, the Education Code, and the Penal Code. Once elected, my fellow candidates and I are committed to restoring parental rights in Round Rock ISD.
I'm Don Zimmerman, and I'm running for Place 6 on the Round Rock ISD Board of Trustees. Did you know that our school district is carrying almost $1 billion in debt, and that a significant part of your property tax has to pay back that debt with interest? Did you know that the Round Rock ISD set the annual budget this year at $518 million, an amount that is a 10.8% increase over last year's budget? And did you know that this is in the third year of declining student enrollment? The incumbent school board increases the budget every year, even when enrollment has declined by many thousands of students, because they have the political power to raise your taxes regardless of market realities or our ability to pay. Many people are being taxed out of their residences and small businesses in our Round Rock ISD community because of these outrageous school taxes. Yet the board, as usual, blames rising property appraisal, which is not the cause of tax increases. It is the annual increase in the board's budget demands that make our taxes go up. There are workable solutions that need to be investigated and then implemented. Many believe the number of non-teaching staff and administrators is far too large. And we know that a lot of our money is wasted on contracts to political favorites that don't give the best value to taxpayers or even contribute to academic achievement. Before any more decisions on budget, tax rate, or additional taxes for bond debt are considered, a comprehensive financial efficiency audit must be done under the supervision of a new board to get an accurate assessment of Round Rock ISD's financial situation. This slate of candidates I have enthusiastically joined understands and acknowledges that our country and our community is facing recession, record inflation, explosive housing costs, and rising interest rates. This slate of candidates will vote and oversee an education efficiency audit of the district that will provide the new board with the necessary data to drive decisions that ensure the prioritization of education for students while conserving your hard-earned taxpayer dollars. I'm Don Zimmerman, and I ask for your vote.